dope into following a loser. In the end times, it will be seen that Satan, has all along been God's servant. Okay, that's why I always say, I've been saying, don't mess with Satan. Don't try to rebuke him. Don't try to go up against him or anything, because he belongs to God. God created him, and God will deal with him at the end times, because God will accomplish his purpose. And Lucifer, or Satan, whatever you want to call him, he cannot stop God at the end. Now, there are some satanic groups. They're here, they're real, it's happening, but they're keeping a very low profile. They're keeping it low. Because when the time comes, I promise you, they will come out strong. That's why it's so important. You have to be ready. That's so important. You know, like my son said, well, I don't believe going to church anymore. I can have church here. And it talks about in the Bible what Apostle Paul said. We can have church anywhere. We go to house to house to house and have church. It don't have to be, at a building. Really, that's where, like I have a buddy of mine, his church is at a storefront. He used to be at his house, in his living room, and now it's at a storefront, which I'm believing, because I prayed over him and his wife, and I believe in 2 more years they will move into a bigger building. It's just a building, people. Church is where you set yourself down. Like right now, we're having church, okay? It might be on the radio, but we're having church, okay? It can be anywhere. That's why my son said, I don't have to go to church. I just have church right here at home. Now, if that youth pastor didn't do what he did, I know in my heart he'd be a very strong person, one of the top leaders in church. But that pastor was judging my son, threw him against the wall, and seriously, he's got my witness, I'm not making this up. He hurt my son. My son's neck was sore for days. He even had to miss school. He thought he was doing right, no, but he was doing wrong. Now, demons are demons. To be specific, demons, once again, they create demons look like ugly little creatures and everything. It could be a person that's demon possessed or doing evil stuff, like this young man, 17 years old, went and killed 10 students at the school and wounded 10 more. Now, maybe the evil spirit got into his head because, afterwards he was going to go ahead and commit suicide, but he didn't get that far. He decided to surrender. When people do evil things, because they're opening up their minds and their heart to let evil get into them. Now, they could be flooding them with painful memories, causing physical illness, hindering their ability to talk, blinding them to the truth. Okay? Now, a lot of people like to hold the past. Now, I talk a lot about my past and everything because I want people to know where I came from, how things happened to me, and to where I am today. Well, you got to let go of the past. The past is the past, Is there anything there what's holding you from moving on? No, I'm good. I'll tell everybody, I'm good. But somewhere out there, there's somebody there who is going through what I went through back in my young days. And this is what I did. And a lot of pastors will talk about their past because I know that somebody's going through what they went through. It talks about it, I believe in the Revelation. Give your testimony. What is your testimony? Now, like I said, I used to work nights, and I still do, in a way I still do. But I've seen a lot of stuff going down. And a lot of people are scared of the dark. And that's what Satan wants you to be. He wants you to be scared of the dark. But that's where next week, Like I said, either my cousin will come on next week or the week after. But if she doesn't come on next week, I'm going to talk about the suit of armor. I know we hear that all the time by a lot of people. Oh, here we go about the suit of armor. But there's a lot of things that pastors don't talk about. It's to keep your suit or armor. Even my cousin and I were talking about this when I was taking to the airport. You have to keep it clean. Maintain it. And I'm going to talk about that next Friday. You got to keep praying and praying every day for the suit of armor, not only for you, but for your family, your friends, your co-workers, whatever. But you also have to maintain it and keep it clean. And we'll talk about that next week. Provided like I said, my cousin will go back on the show. She's going to be on the show a little bit more, and we're going to talk a lot about this. Okay. Now the night creatures, like I said, night creatures not only come out during the day, but will come out at night. Like this one person said, well, Halloween is the night when Satan comes out. I said, really? I didn't know he came out one night of the year if you let him come out. That's the thing. If you let him come out, if you keep thinking about evil stuff, he's going to say, yeah, let's do it, man. Why don't you go over there and beat that guy up? Why don't you go over there and take a gun to school and shoot some people up and everything? Hey, let's take some drugs. Hey, man, let's have, sex with this person or home or gay relationships and everything. That's building very high. You look at TV programs today, it's just to show more gay on TV. So that's what's happening in this end times. It's going to get worse, people. It's going to get worse. And that's why it's so important. We need to come together as one, lock arms, and fight this. Don't fight this battle by yourself. Because you will fail. I don't care how strong you are in the Word of God. If you don't tell anybody what you're doing, you're going to fail. Well-known pastors got people praying for them. Even they got spiritual fathers too, or spiritual mothers, whatever. They got people praying over them, also. Like me, I got intercessors praying for me right now as I do this show. Well, this is what the night creatures are about. And we got to really, really pray for the people who has to work nights. And there's, like me, for a long time, my late wife and I worked nights. She worked days because my son Adam, our son Adam. So we don't have to pay for a babysitter. And I know it costs a lot more today than it did back then, but that's how we worked it out. One of us had to sacrifice, and I'm the one that worked nights while she works during the day. She tried it. She didn't like it, and I didn't like it. I told her, you just work days, and I'll work nights. I know it's hard for her because I wasn't there at night, but it's called something about having a dog. We had 2-3 dogs, and they will let us know when somebody's at the door. But anyway. Okay, people, I'm about done. And like I said, next week, if my cousin doesn't come on the show next week, I will be talking about the suit of armor. And like I said, we need to pray for the suit of armor, but we also need to pray how to maintain it, how to keep it clean all the time. And we'll talk more about that next Friday. I don't have a title yet for it, but I will. And so be listening to my 30-second commercial. I normally do it on Mondays. But once again, please pray. Pray for the people who lost their babies today, who's not coming home. And like I said, 2 weeks from today will be graduation. I know next Saturday I'll be at the Ford Center all day long. There's going to be graduations all day long. And these young people were just getting ready for graduation. Well, now their parents have to get ready to put their babies down. And so be praying for them. But anyway, I'm going to play a song. It's for the people that work nights. So, you know, my heart's with y'all. And I know, like I said, I know how I feel about working nights, but I'm going to be praying for y'all. But anyway, until we meet again, God bless. You take care now. Keep praying. And pray for the ones that lost their babies. Be blessed. God bless. And shalom.
Make myself believe it. This night will never go. Oh, the night is my world. City lights, painted girls. In the day, nothing matters. It's the night, time matters. I live among the creatures of the night. I haven't got the will to try and fight against a new tomorrow, so I guess I'll just believe it. Tomorrow never knows. I said night. I'm living in the forest of a dream. I know the night is not as it would seem. I must believe in something, so I'll make myself believe it. This night will never go.